Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, hit it, Raz.
Go. Okay.
Feel it?
3, 2, 1, go. Dreaming. Don't give it up, Blueface. Dreaming. Don't give it up, Zoro. Dreaming. Don't give it up, Name. Dreaming. Don't give it up. 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 Okay, give it up. Here's how the story goes. We find out about treasure in the Grand Line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eyes on it, he'll sing, I'll be king of the pirates. Oh, I'm going to be king.
Hers is in Japanese.
This is the real One Piece opening.
This is the real One Piece opening. We are One Piece opening 1.
This is the first opening
You're
of One
singing
Piece,
the 4 Kids opening.
which is the real opening.
Oh my god! Oh my! How do you?
This is my childhood. This is what I
I'm
grew
not
up
sure
with.
what's happening.
No one is.
I'll tell you exactly what happened, Flowers.
There's some weebery afoot.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
I hate crime.
What?
That's
What
like
did you do
coming
to
in.
Raz?
That's like no. It's what Raz did to me. That's like coming in and singing the German Naruto opening when you're asking for fighting dreamers in this. house.
Naruto!
Du hast mich. And you're just like, Naruto's just running down with his arms behind his. Du hast mich gefragt. Du hast mich gefragt.
Do you know German?
No, I just know
That's
Rammstein.
Rammstein.
Who's Rammstein?
Rammstein. It's a German, like, heavy metal band.
Oh, Gina loves that stuff.
What the
Dear Lord.
The one time that I was in Germany, I tried to get into a club by just saying Du hast when the door person asked me some shit in German. I was just like, Du hast. And
Did
they were
he let
like,
you in?
No, she said, I don't think this is the club for you. And then
In English?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
me and Alvarez were trying to get in. We got thrown out.
Did you know that like there are some clubs in Berlin where you have to be completely naked in order to get in?
Yeah, those crazy ass clubs. I've heard stories about those.
What?
I never went to any of them. Yeah, dude. Berlin apparently has some real kinky ass, crazy ass clubs. Some of which are open. Like they open at like nighttime on Friday, and motherfuckers stay in there until the sun comes up on Monday.
When do you take the clothes off?
Before you walk in the door. I have heard stories, bro.
So it's like people have those big winter coats,
Yes.
and then underneath bondage gear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. It's like the leather strap motherfuckers. They just party hard over there in Berlin.
We need to go back to Berlin.
There's no way in hell that you were walking into a German sex club. I don't see you doing that. This is exactly what would happen. This is exactly what happened. Raz trying to get into a German sex club. Raz walks up, confidence. He's like, I'm gonna get in. He starts waiting in line, sees all the other people coming by, flashing their like bondage gear under their winter coats. Yeah, it's gonna be my turn. Walks up to the German door guard and goes, okay, I'm ready to get in. I'm ready. Okay, come on in. Nah.
Yeah,
Fuck it,
yeah.
I'll go play with my
Fuck that. Unless if like I am under extreme peer pressure, Flowers is leading the troops and he has just exposed his butt ass naked. Then I'm like, you know what? If he's willing to do it, I can't say no. What am I gonna be? I'm gonna be the one that says no, guys. Let's go back home after.
Follow the victory flag.
Yes.
You'd get peer pressured into a sex club?
Yes. Firmly. Not by you. You would not shame me. It was not. You go in butt ass naked. I'm walking in the opposite direction.
And that is sexism. So you would follow a naked man into battle, but not a naked woman?
Yes.
Woman respect the Raz. Yes.
Woman
I
respect
respect
the
women too much.
Yes, he would not want to look. He is not looking out of respect, so he can't follow you.
I'm walking to the and that
He's
would
going
be
the opposite direction. He
and
is
that would be unsafe.
respecting women.
And that would be unsafe. But I would be obliged to look in the opposite direction. So for safety's purposes, for your safety, I'll walk in the opposite direction.
Woman respecter.
This opening was supposed to transition into One Piece.
Well, we didn't do that.
We'll transition us from German sex club.
Jeez.
You're the
to
host.
One Piece.
Okay, One Piece has 1,000 episodes, right?
Yes.
That means there's probably at least like a non-zero chance one of them takes place in a German sex club. You can only have so many ideas.
There are quite a few characters that look like they are part of German sex clubs.
Name them.
Queen and King
Queen. Okay, I don't know either of them.
from the Kaido Pirates.
I have not gotten that far.
Queen and King from the Kaido Pirates are fucking.
It's intense.
People out there right now in the comment section, you know for sure both of those guys have frequented German sex clubs.
Dear Lord. Okay, so for people who don't know, One Piece, the most popular anime worldwide and the longest running anime, I think, in existence, with currently over 1,000 episodes on the series to date, many movies, has just come out with its first live action series on Netflix. Completely done with American actors. It's very much not a Japanese live action film, which personally I'm bummed about, but that's something we could talk about later. Raz, you watched like 3 episodes of it?
Yes, saw 3 episodes. I'm at the point where Arlong was introduced. I actually like it quite a bit. At first, and I documented this one, I think it was like 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, I said that I was ready to hate watch.
I remember you saying this.
I was salivating just to hate watch it. That was honestly my main purpose in life. But then Netflix did a great job of being able to promote their actors like human beings. And then I was getting scared. You didn't
want to hate no more?
I didn't want to hate no more. Luffy was right next to the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor of Luffy. And it was just the most cutest thing of all time. All of their characters were doing poses from like iconic poses from openings of chapters of One Piece. I was like, no. I'm starting to love them. So I didn't want to hate it. And I didn't.
But you don't.
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I actually quite liked it. And there is a positive that One Piece, the live action, has over the actual manga and anime.
It
What
doesn't
is
take
that?
4 years to watch it.
You're damn right. The pacing is very fast, my friends. Let me just tell you, the Arlong arc or the Buggy arc, you can do that in an hour and a half, and they did just that. So if you're a new viewer, actually, because you guys ended up watching it for the first time, I'm interested in what Ian and your take is, because watching it, I was like, this is much easier than getting my friends to watch the 300 episodes long to get to the 3rd arc.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I had watched it and Ian had watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who has read and watched at least a good couple first volumes, good couple first episodes of One Piece. So
Yeah.
I think I've watched up until the point where people are on an island with cake or something. Either way, like I've met Nami, I've met Chopper. I know like the dramatic backstories and everything. Ian went in completely blind, right?
Okay.
I had never seen anything.
Completely blind. So when I watched it for the first time, the live action, I did not like it.
Oh, I'm ready.
I did not like it, but I'm not going to say that it was bad.
Okay.
For me, I think like the biggest thing to note is that I like Japanese live actions.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people hate Japanese live action movies, live action shows because it's way too over the top.
Yeah.
So imagine like over the fucking top.
Like very overacted
Have you
almost.
Yeah. Have you seen Battle Royale?
No.
Oh, that's a good movie. We got to get him to watch.
I don't know if I've seen it either.
It's more
You haven't
stylized.
That Battle Royale,
Okay.
it's a little bit Battle Royale is not as bad as some of the other live actions, but like I've watched the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure live action where it's all like, hey, you there, you want to fight? And they get into some like sort of all crazy fight and everything.
Yeah.
And I wanted a little bit more of the weird in One Piece.
Ooh, really?
I
actually
wanted it to
liked
be weirder.
How normal it felt. I liked it when kind of the opposite. They kept some of the crazy shit. Like for instance, if they ever met a new pirate captain, they had the whole thing, and they always like interacted with it. I thought that was really fucking cool to break them out of the fourth wall. So I liked that aspect, but I loved the fact that it felt like the Marines were real.
Yeah.
It felt like they felt like a real force where sometimes in the manga or anime, you're like, this random Marine number 1 is gonna get fucking destroyed in 1 second, and I do not care about him. But in the live action, it's like, oh no, they are a force that you care about quite a bit. Or Zoro being a human being, like carrying a bag of a human body.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Zoro was cool, yeah.
That was kind of fucking cool.
His head was in a separate bag.
Yeah.
I forgot what that was.
It was the Baroque Works person that initially came up to him.
Yeah, that one.
So like there are certain elements that I'm like, this is great, that it is unrealistic because it's supposed to be, because there are superpowers along with these characters.
Yeah.
And then there are other parts of it where I'm like, I like the fact that they just feel like normal people, like Nami.
So, as a normie, as somebody who's not into anime culture in a widespread way or anything like that, I don't watch most of the popular stuff. Is this still entertaining just from a like storytelling, action, whatever perspective to somebody who has no ties to just general anime stuff?
Ask Ian.
So. Oh, Ian.
I would
How'd
say
you feel
yes.
about it?
I would say yes.
Okay.
The kid is pretty charming. The story is good. You said there wasn't any weirdness. At the very end of the first episode, they use a snail as a phone.
True, the Den Den
liked
Mushi.
So I was like, oh, I fucking love that. Give me more of that.
Yeah, and I
But
think they
instead,
will.
I was like, yeah. So maybe it will. That being said, I'm not going to say it's bad.
Yeah.
And I'm also not like a diehard One Piece fan. But I think when it comes to live actions, I want it to be weirder.
I will say, at least in the first arc, it really does in the source material. It ramps up like ridiculously.
Yeah.
It does feel really normal in the first like arc of the anime and the manga. And then after you get to the second arc, it's already kind of Arlongs being a thing. So you're like, oh shit, they're actually fishmen. There are other people that are not human beings that are around, like walking the earth. So I do think it will ramp up quite a bit. But I enjoyed the story. I think the thing that you'll enjoy the most is just the interpersonal relationships from the people who are crew members, right?
Okay.
There's
So
Luffy.
there's good storytelling.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Zoro's really funny. He just has those quick off like quirky humor. I enjoy it. Reactions that him, Nami have whenever Luffy's like, oh, so here's my crew, and they're like, fuck off, we're not a crew. There are just like a lot of interpersonal relationship things that I just enjoy.
Okay.
That is like honestly the purpose of the show. It's like you want to feel like these guys are friends or becoming friends. Like we're moving towards that arc. So I actually liked it quite a bit for new viewers.
All right. I might have to check it out then.
Yeah.
It's like
It's worth a sample.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I'll give
Just
it a shot.
you come in with low expectation because yes, it's obviously low budget. That's the reality.
Well, I mean, I'm
Bullshit, it's not low budget. Bullshit, it's not low budget. I think it's just made
They
for
built
kids.
a lot of those sets.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're practical.
That's
Okay.
that is not low budget.
All I'm saying is, this is in episode 3 that I had finished, and I'm not spoiling or anything. But when the butler comes into play and he starts using some of his speed, where he's just like phasing in and out of locations, I'm like, okay, this is a bit low budget. Or when Luffy's arms start stretching a little bit, I was like, I don't know how you do that well, but
There's a little bit of 2005 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
effect.
Just a tiny bit
I
there.
forgot that
A little
movie
bit.
existed.
There's a tiny bit in there. And I think there are some actors that are like, you don't really vibe with them. Like Alvida's actor, I don't think was great.
Well,
She needed to be like out there and extraordinary like Alvida.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing for Alvida.
So she's supposed to be real fat,
Okay.
and then they made her less fat.
So Alvida's
Yeah.
supposed to
And
be
also they
like
made
half
her
the size
tone
of
down.
a ship.
Huh?
She's supposed to be like half the size
So
of the ship.
Alvida's Lizzo, and you guys got like
Bigger.
Nicki Minaj instead.
Bigger.
Yeah, pretty much. And also just her personality. I felt like she was really toned down as a actor, where her source character was like egregiously fucking mad when you ever talked about her weight. Or just like certain
Okay.
things. Like she
set her off.
Yeah, she was a person that was like a pipe bomb, but the actor was not a pipe bomb.
I get it. They want to stay away from anything that could be considered body shaming
That's
in
fair, too.
2023.
Yeah.
Cowards.
Yeah, cowards. You forgot.
What?
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Fuck it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear flowers.
Happy birthday to you.
I was having a personal experience with that microphone. Thank you.
How old are you now?
33 as of today.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Damn.
As of I think I was born at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So
Nice.
33 years ago, 12 hours.
How the hell
since
do you
12
know
hours
the
ago.
time? in
Your
which you
mom
were
must have
born?
hated you.
She must have loved you.
No, because okay, so let's see. He was born at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
She probably started having contractions the night before.
Oh, she
and
hated
instead of
that.
just coming out like a good baby, you made her wait all night.
That is true. She hates you. She
I was-
actually hates you.
I was in the trenches all night just
Yeah.
trying to get into the real world.
It's actually
You were
either
fighting.
it's either that she remembers the time and everything because she loves you and there's like a special moment in her life, or
Pure terror.
pure terror. Pure. It's like never again.
I'm not actually sure which one it is.
You had a crazy birthday party last night.
Yeah, it was
that
a lot
was
of
a
fun.
whole lot of fun. It was a bunch of people from like league scene, esports scene, and then also for the first time ever, I saw more then Raz, as a black man in the room, there were 2 more black people in the room.
True.
That's an esports first.
True.
That's an esports first.
What do you mean? There's 2 black people in this room.
Yeah, but this isn't an esports podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we were 2/3 of the.
So what I'm trying to say is it was crazy last night, Flowers. It was crazy.
It was a good time. All you guys were there, obviously. Like it was a lot of fun. Bunch of people showed up, just had a good time. It was good vibes, and that's all I really want from this kind of stuff. I'm not somebody who wants to go do like super big, fancy, glamorous parties, but just having all your friends out to the bar, having some drinks, being stupid, and having a good time. That's what it's all about.
You don't want to do anything big, glitzy, or glamorous or anything. Nothing like, I don't know, jumping out of a fucking airplane, right?
No, skydiving's not glitzy and glamorous. I did do that, though. It's not glitzy and glamorous, but it is really fun.
Tell us about skydiving,
Tell us
Flowers.
about it.
So I went skydiving for the first time yesterday. Never done it before. Something that I always kind of just wanted to give a shot. And they have 3 possible heights that you can jump from: 8,000, 13,000, or 18,000 feet. So I was just like 18, 100%. Like
Yeah.
we're going. We're not going to do the tutorial level. Send me to the final boss. Like,
God damn.
Did you go by yourself?
no, I went with Jackie. You guys know Jackie. For those of you, like, Jackie's somebody that we all know here in real life, but she's not like a content creator, so I'm not going to give any more details about her personal life.
Very fair.
So,
Where does she live?
oh yeah, her social security number.
Her address
But
will be
no,
below on the screen.
so we went on this skydive thing, and the cool part is because somebody at the bar last night asked me, oh, so what's the difference between like 18,000 and the 13,000 foot one? And I'm like, well, 13,000 feet, the clouds are still above you.
Yeah.
18,000 feet, you're like above some of the clouds. And so like when you first jump, because the move over to it, because you do it tandem with an instructor, the move over to it, you're like scooching your butt along the plane. The first thing you do is you hang your feet out over the edge of the plane, and you're sitting there like looking out into the abyss. And then the instructor's like, all right, here we go. And then you fall, and you initially barrel roll a couple of times. So your vision is rapidly changing, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground. And then you're just, boom, you're torpedoing towards the ground fast as hell. Like, it's a lot of fun.
Did you feel his dick on your butt?
Man, what?
Asking the important question.
No.
No, you don't.
Because you were
Sure.
strapped to that man,
Because
right?
there's a lot to be excited about.
Y'all are ruining it.
I'm not ruining it. Well, did you get video? Because a lot of people get video of all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I have the video. The funniest part is my natural reaction to like just having the G-forces on my face as well as like just enjoying it. I am unironically making a pog face throughout like 3/4 of it. That's just what it ends up being.
That's great.
I'm
Jesus.
just pogging out of my mind the entire time.
So where did you do this?
It was a place called Skydive Santa Barbara. It's the closest. It's a couple hours away, but it's the closest one to here.
So then did you see land or ocean?
It was. There was some ocean out this way, but we were mostly over land. But no, it was super cool. I had a ton of fun with it. I got the video. The one thing that I was not fully expecting, and I'm honestly still not 100% recovered, is if you do the high one from like 18,000 feet, the ear popping is insane. Like your ears explode as you're falling. My ears are still recovering a little bit, so my hearing's a little goofy.
Oh shit.
But it was totally worth.
You don't
badass.
they don't give you like earbuds or something to put in there?
No, you just YOLO it.
Jesus Christ. As someone that's extremely afraid of heights,
You would not.
every part of that story where you're like, oh, and you're dangling your feet out there, you got to do multiple barrel flips. And I was like, no, I would hate my life. Actually, I told you exactly what I did on the day when you came back. I remember telling you exactly what I would do if I was in your situation.
Which was?
Raz said, oh, hell no. I would kill myself before I went up there. He was like, fuck it. I'd kill myself up there. I'm just bringing the rope to the plane.
I'm bungee jumping on that flight.
I'm like, man.
That was what I said. I was so against the idea. Like I was like, as he's mentioning, I was like, my palms are already sweaty.
No, dude, it's intense. Like when the most intense spot is when you're sitting at the edge of the plane for like the couple seconds and then you first fall off. Because up until that point, you could always just be like, hey, you know what? Change my mind.
True.
But as soon as you make that initial movement and you're off the edge, it's like, there's only one way you're getting down now.
This better work.
So you'd never go skydiving?
Never.
Would you go bungee jumping?
Never.
bungee jumping is actually worse.
He just said he's afraid of heights. I don't think he's doing
we're
any
never
of this
touching
stuff.
that.
You wouldn't do like a ropes course or something like that?
Let me tell you, in spring finals, for my job, the analyst desk was positioned in a way where it was like slightly above. Maybe if you jump, you could have landed and maybe just broken a bone. Who knows? And I was afraid for my life.
You were afraid of the little railing that was behind us in the...
Summer was fine. Like in Jersey, that was okay.
Okay.
It was when we were in Raleigh.
Oh,
It's when
that
we were
one.
in Raleigh because it was pretty high up. The structure did not seem very, structured.
The structure was not structured.
And the railing behind us was just for wishful thinking. So, like, let's just say I was looking at it being like, I move a lot when I talk. If I move one step too far back,
The plummet from the summit, 2023.
the amount of
Jesus.
times I was positioned to the left of the desk and people were like, your position is right here, Rez. Like, I understand that.
I understand.
I
You
understand.
should just like tie yourself to like Emily or Jat or something.
So they did throw out the idea of me having a cord around me if I was that scared. And I was like, I ain't doing that shit. But if I'm falling,
Dude.
I am hanging onto my headset cord.
I would love to see the Raz at the desk just with a rope around him so that he doesn't fall off the edge.
There was better railing for the equipment, for the lighting and everything. There was for me. I was like- but then the next day they made it better. But like, it was just, let's just say it was
How'd they make
scary.
it better for the next day?
What they do, Raz?
You know those like black tarp or something? They put it around the railing so I can't even see that it's...
They just made it so you can't see the drop.
So it makes it appear like it's like not as unsafe. And you know what? It tricked my mind. I was willing to stand right in front of it.
You know what all of the construction guys were thinking, right? You know what they were thinking while they were putting that shit together, right?
What were they thinking?
Man, some bitch diva talent is scared of heights, so we gotta go do this extra work. We gotta go put this tarp up
Yeah, we
because
gotta
this
put that
bitch,
tarp.
this pussy.
We're not
needs to
actually
go
making it safer. We just have to make them think that it's safer.
make them think it's
And
safer.
you know what? They were right. They were right.
Hey, if
I
it works,
thought it was
works.
safer.
If it works, it works.
True.
Jeez, well, it's a crazy birthday present for you. But Raz, I know that you were also trying to get a present on Flowers' birthday, and something that you invested heavily on. What the
I
fuck were
spent
you
a
doing in
lot
the
of
bar?
money to get some dick.
One more time. One more time.
Go on.
I spent a lot of money
Uh-huh.
to get some dick
From where, pray tell?
from a claw machine. Not a man named Claw Machine. That ain't his nickname. It's a legitimate claw machine. At this bar that we were at the location where it was your birthday party, they have this thing where there's the Champions Club, whoever ends up winning the dick, because there are
There's
constantly...
a dildo in the thing.
Yes.
The claw machine has a big old dildo in it.
It's not real meat.
What color is it?
Black. So it's extra special. So they have a wall of
Highly
pictures
sought
who
after.
won out the dildos because they constantly restock them whenever someone ends up winning them. Because at the end of the year, they're going to have that year-long party, the VIPs, the people who ended up winning that penis.
Very important penis.
Yes, the victorious penis. Then they end up getting access to that party. And obviously, I'm a competitive man at heart. So I go out and I try and win some dick. Problem is, that night, I spent $120 of my own money.
And then more people gave him more money.
They were
everybody was
enabling me.
Everybody was treating it like a community fund.
Okay, so wait. So then, Raz, would you say that you're worse at picking up dick than I am?
No, not even then.
He only spent 120
Yeah,
bucks.
I think if you were to spend $120, they would ask for more. They would start bartering. It's like, $200 maybe. And you'd say maybe like 150. It's like 199.
Prostitution right now? You're saying prostitution is the only way?
Let's just say, if you ask for a prostitute, they're going to make their rate suddenly a little bit higher.
Okay, well, you know what?
What?
I will have you know. Flowers, you too.
What?
I fucked a bear this week.
I remember I got a call from her. I got a call from you randomly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon that I didn't notice at first because my phone was charging in the other room. So by the time my phone's charged, I go pick it up a couple hours later. I see, missed call from Ovilee. Normally we don't call much because most people just don't do that. So I'm like, normally if there's a call, I'm like, oh shit, is something going down? Is something wrong? I send her a message, hey, missed your call. Sorry about that. What's up? Anything going on? And I just get back a gift from Lonely Island's I Just Had Sex song. It says, I fucked a bear. And it's in all caps. This was her crowning achievement of the week.
Yup. I finally, after 60 hours of playing Baldur's Gate 3, I finally got my Dragonborn dick wet. And it was inside of the druid Halsin. And he was shapeshifted into a bear.
Of course.
And it was large. And I enjoyed it. And I took it all. Wait, I mean, I gave it all. I mean, both.
All right.
Let the record show that you
Record's
cannot
showing a
get
lot.
laid by literally anybody else except for a bear.
No, because I also fucked Mizora, the demon bitch.
Oh, the one with the fire in her?
The fire? No, that's
No,
Karlach.
Karlach.
That's
Oh, well, you
Karlach.
can't
I
get her.
fucked Mizora.
She took that.
You couldn't get Karlach?
I'd hit
Well, Karlach, she's a little bit broken. And here's the thing about me. I like broken men. I don't really like broken women.
So
Sexist.
if Shane from Stardew Valley was a girl, you'd actually think that she was a piece of shit instead of for some reason.
She's actually sexist.
I'd be like, bitch, get your shit together. You're
Clean up your act.
embarrassing.
What?
You're embarrassing. I mean, the female version of Shane is literally Pam.
No, this is crazy. This would be like, this is self-hate. This is deep-rooted hatred.
Yeah.
It's like if I were to go to Ian and be like, you got to pick your boots up on your bootstrap. You got to get to work if you want to get anywhere in America. This is if I were saying that shit. That's some self-hating nonsense. You are saying that you can fix a broken man but can't fix a broken woman?
Once she's gone, she's gone.
Oh my God.
Dude, woman respecter Raz over here is just appalled at your behavior.
I'm the real
Totally
feminist here.
Yeah.
You're the feminist?
Yeah.
Misogynist Ovilee is just over here.
We need to carry on this narrative.
All I'm saying is that maybe, women are the problem.
Yeah, we
You
knew
heard it
that.
here first.
Yeah,
And end of episode.
yeah, truth bombs. Like, duh.
No, but I do like broken men.
No, we know.
Let's just say
So let me flip this around.
Okay.
Do you like broken women?
Yes.
Why? Because they're easier for you to try
I
to
didn't
take
say that.
advantage
No,
of?
I didn't say that.
Because
You're
they have-
saying that. You're
because
projecting.
they have lower standards.
You're
And they'll
projecting
take you.
here.
Oh, of
No.
course I'm projecting. I'm a broken woman. You've seen my standards. You've seen how low I've gone.
That's fair.
So that being said, on the flip side, you like broken women because they have lower standards?
But
You want to fix them.
no, the real reason we love a good redemption story.
Yeah.
We love a good story.
It's about the narrative.
It's about the narrative in all games in life. Maybe I go hunting in a prison cell. Who knows?
Wait,
Let me
Wait a minute.
man, what?
let me stick you with this.
Okay.
Really fast. You find a broken woman.
Yes.
She's in jail, right?
Yes.
She's got 6 months left, okay? So you start dating, you chat her up and everything. 5.5 months go by. She's like, hey, can I move in with you? You're like, of course, baby, I'll take care of
Of
you.
course.
Everything's good. Everything's
Yeah.
good. 6 months, she moves in with you. Dumps your ass for someone better. Because now she's out. She's on the outside. She's got an ass and titties. She's out there. She hits a club, living with another guy.
Ooh. Brutal. We going straight
Wait.
back to that prison.
There you go. Go get a new one.
We get a new one.
The cycle continues.
Raz just pressing Q up.
We take a defeat screen.
I'll
and
play
we keep
again.
moving.
Can't
Never give
handle the
up.
loss.
That's too fucking good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Never give up.
How low? What's the lowest you've ever gone
Wait, for what?
for pussy?
Look, I've not, all right? I have not. Other than exclaiming the fact that, yes, that I'm a Libra.
You've done the stars and
Zodiac.
shit.
We've done a little bit of
Oh my
astrology.
God.
So Zodiac, that's
Yes.
that's as low as you've
Yeah,
gone.
we've
Okay.
done the astrology thing. We've had that conversation.
That's not that low.
Yeah, it's not that low. There's always lower, but that's.
Raz is out here doing the limbo.
I definitely pretended to be a different black guy in college.
Oh yeah,
Early on.
a different black guy.
Oh, you're the guy from my class, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
That's me.
me.
I'm the guy from class.
That's
Hey.
me.
The girl came up to you, looked at you, and went, "Are you Raz?"
I said yes, like I always do.
That's me.
There's
It's
a lot
me,
of
Raz.
Razes.
Like, there's a few. Like, it's nothing crazy. It's like, oh, I love to play Smash Bros. Like, well, I'll play Smash Bros. too. I haven't played that game fucking for 3 years. Why not? No, but that's not going low. That's just like,
So zodiac
But
sign
then-
and pretending to like a game you didn't like.
Yeah, but then did she let you smash?
nope.
Oh,
Well, I mean, that was like at the
Bullshit.
start. All right, it's at the start. It was at the very start.
I'm taking a star off that
Um,
Yelp review.
Yeah. And,
Damn, that was at the
Review.
start.
and Flowers, the lowest you've gone?
A representative from twitch.tv/CaptainFlowers22 declined to comment.
Okay, that's
Oh, all right, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Understandable.
The lowest I've gone was I watched. This is technically I was already in a relationship, and this was just the lowest I've gone to try to appease a man. Terrible. I've watched every single Harry Potter movie, even though I fucking hate Harry Potter.
You watch all of? There's like 8
Every
of those.
Yeah.
single Harry Potter movie.
There's like 8 of them.
Yes,
That's
I'm aware.
unfortunate. I've done something similar, but not as bad.
Fucking awful.
Like 3 seasons of Friends.
Friends is good. You don't
No,
like Friends?
I don't like Friends either.
It's like-
I think it's very overrated.
It's pretty overrated.
Yeah.
It's pretty out there. It's like we're watching it because it was a relationship thing, but after a while, I was like, God, I'm done with like the 5th problem that Monica has or something, or Ross. Like I could not be dealing with Ross problems every episode.
What's your opinion of Ross?
Very fickle, very much. He's a fickle person that only cares getting his dick wet. There's literally nothing behind it.
beta.
And my God, he wants to project intelligence. He is the stupidest person there. He's actually the worst character on the show.
Yup.
Best actor, I think. He's actually very good acting, but he did his job too well. I hate him.
He sucks.
Yeah.
He absolutely sucks. Wait, Flowers, you actually told me a very interesting story at your birthday because I walked up to you and I touched your head and I said, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah. Got a haircut.
Okay. When? How? Why?
Uh,
Did it just fall out as you were skydiving?
No, that would have been really cool. Now that you bring that up, that would be badass.
Should have kept that hair for
That,
your
that would have been damn cool. But no, actually, the day before yesterday, I was just like, I don't want my hair anymore. So I cut it off myself. I bought a thing.
Wait. What do you mean by I don't want my hair anymore?
I'm just like, it's too long. I keep having to wear hats because it looks like shit when I wake up and I don't want to mess with it. So I'm just going to cut it off. So
Fuck hair, honestly.
I was like, because recently when I've been getting haircuts, I've been getting them shorter anyway because I don't want to have it immediately grow back so fast and feel like I didn't get one. So I'm like, you know what? Now I have a lot of respect for barbers and hairdressers and stuff like that because they have to do, if I had hair like Dash where he does super like special shit with it, or if I was like a girl who wants to keep like a certain length or something like, or even if I would just wanted to keep my hair like the Poggy Woggy hair,
Poggy Woggy.
it would be like there's an artisanship to that and making sure that it still looks good. If I'm just buzzing it all short in one direction, that don't take no goddamn skill. Any Yumi player can do that. And so I went online and I was like, I am going to just I found a thing. It's called the Man Groomer. I bought the Man Groomer and it's just a handheld like orb that has a bzzz on it. And I just bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. And the Man Groomer also, if you turn it around on the back, it has like live, laugh, love, but for dudes, it says maintain yourself.
Oh, there it is. We love that. Put
Did-
that poster up.
Did the Man Groomer also tell you that you were really mature for your age?
No. Oh, wait, I get the joke. No, it's not a manipulative thing. It's supposed to help you shave your head.
Oh my God.
You're not like the other boys, Flowers.
You're so
But
much
yeah,
more special.
I did this myself, and it came out.
I'm
like it's
proud of
pretty
you.
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Got the lineup too.
It does. I'm not saying that sarcastically.
No, you do. There's.
I don't like boys with short hair. I don't like every single man has had a long head of hair.
Where were you going with that one?
That look into the abyss.
Yeah, there was a brief moment there
Long.
where reality corrected her.
Raz, you finished Final Fantasy 16.
Oh my God.
Abort.
Finished Final Fantasy 16.
Eject!
Strap in. Boom.
Yes, I
finally made
finished
it?
I finally did it. And you know how I said it was the green light to just unleash all my hate about this game?
Yeah, because you said you hated it.
I fucking hated it. And actually, I liked it. I actually quite liked it at the end.
Ended up liking it by the end of the story.
I think it was just my hatred for the random quests. Because then after a point, I wanted to just do the 100% completionist thing, right? So I decided I was going to finish all the side quests. So I started hating everything. I hated the existence of side quests. I actually questioned side quests in every game because I was speedrunning every side quest. But then after I got pissed off and I'm like, I'm going to finish the main storyline quest. Wait a minute. There are hunts. It's like the Monster Hunter thing where you're like going to the board.
Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunting.
Yeah.
Right? And it was like a really nice therapeutic thing. I was just going to each location and I started to appreciate some of the land, honestly. The land.
You sound like a guy, like a real estate guy back during like the Great Expansion of America. I'm just really appreciating this land.
But I'm like, because you just basically fast track to every location. You get really annoyed by it. And then you finally start to like go to each location and start beating up the monsters. So I actually like the gameplay. There were aspects of it, obviously, that I didn't like. If we're going to make any points of improvement, I think it was too long of a game. I think side quests...
It's a JRPG.
Yeah, they're always long.
But honestly, they had such good material that if they just cut out a majority of their side quests to really make the side quests pretty impactful when they exist.
Oh, okay.
And because some of them were just like, we need to tell the story of every single character, even the ones that mean nothing. They should never do that.
Do you play mobile games?
Yeah. No, I hate them. There was one time I tried a few and then I immediately ejected.
So I fucking love side quests.
Yeah.
Just like I like mobile games.
Yeah.
Because every single time you complete something, you see the little quest box like checked off or the little you finish it. It's the dopamine.
It is a dopamine. Honestly, that's true. Because even when I was playing the game, I reminded myself of Skyrim. I actually, every time I played through Skyrim, I got lost. Because I played the side quest and got lost in the side quest because I loved the side quest. And then they didn't really have an obvious way of showing how to get back to the main storyline. But I just was so enamored with the side quest in Skyrim where I was like, yeah, this makes sense. In most games that I've played, I've enjoyed the side quest. I think it was just how they flood you with side quests in Final Fantasy 16. Because like there were times where I was like, I finished one mission and then I went to the main like area, the hideout for all my crew, and I see 10 green like pop-ups.
Yeah, that's too much.
And I'm like, what the fuck? It felt like weed.
Yeah.
Not the loving my life weed.
Not the blueberry yum yum.
Yeah, exactly. Like the incessant bullshit on my lawn weed. like I just after 3 years I've powered up Animal Crossing and I hated my life for the first 5 minutes weed. So I think if they trimmed that by quite a bit. Some characters, I thought Jill as a female protagonist, liked her at the tail end, but I think they really butchered her character. Mostly, they're like, I hate the whole tell but don't see, where it's like you're saying she went through a traumatic period during the time skip, and they do nothing to show you the time skip. They do nothing to show you the impact of that time skip. They're just talking about how bad it was.
So what you're saying is you don't believe all women.
I don't believe all... I want them to, and they did innuendos. You have to play through the mission if you ever play that game. They do
evidence?
Innuendos, and I'm like, just say what the fuck happened there instead of
Nothing.
Man,
I hate you so much. So yes, small. I think the biggest one, cut the side quest. People will enjoy the game more. That's about it.
Cool.
Dude, they did, and a small other thing. I know I tell myself I'll stop. But I will not stop. I will not stop.
There's more to say.
You know who else said I will not stop?
Who?
Riot August when he made Briar.
Fair
because,
enough.
dear Lord,
Fair enough.
those grippers.
No, God
those
damn
grippers.
No, we don't need any of y'all doing this.
Grippy.
Grippers.
We don't want this.
Grippers.
Get out of here. No. This is normally the bit that you do that only happens for like a second at the end of the episode. We can't do more of this.
No, it's okay.
It's not a
Riot
feet
endorsed
podcast.
it.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, the champion, I'm just like, the feet thing. Even when it first came out, every comment on the splash art was about the feet. Like,
So what I'll
Did you expect
say.
differently?
Would you what?
Would you expect differently?
I would expect the image to be cropped differently.
All right.
That's your opinion.
Okay. Sounds like you have a problem. Get
So-
insecure.
I haven't been on like the League of Legends subreddit for a little bit, and then of course I'm not using Twitter because it's fucking dead. So I kind of missed out on the first wave of all the Briar stuff.
Yeah.
I only started seeing Briar, the new League of Legends champion that's going to come out with the next patch, start to pop up on my feed and everything when the feet started taking over.
Wasn't
so
that
the
instantly?
League of Legends France, well, no, I think it took like a day or two to pop up on the regular feed. Not the complete degenerate.
Not horny on main.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's the first time that it popped up for me. So shout out to League of Legends French Twitter and also their TikTok because that pops off. But their Twitter banner is literally just a zoom in of Briar's feet.
No, dude, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way.
What does?
The sexualization of the feet stuff.
The feet rubs you the wrong way?
No, don't be rubbing nothing with your all's feet.
Okay.
It just rubs me the wrong way because the champion is not like, I don't know how old this champion is. All right? That's the big fucking issue. Like, the champion is clearly hypersexualized, and I don't know how old this champion is. It feels weird. Like,
Do you know how old Kaisa is?
20-something, my guess.
But you don't know that.
But she looks like she's 20 something.
She looks like a woman,
Like
at least.
she's clearly like a mature aged woman. Briar is a teenager. And the problem with teenage is that some teenage counts as a mature person, some teenage doesn't. Teenage is hella ambiguous, and that's why I feel kind of like, bruh, with all this Briar feet sexualization shit. I'm like, if Briar looked like she was, clearly 20 something or whatever, I would feel a lot less creeped out by it. But it's because she's like teenage or looks teenage. It sits weird with me, bro.
Raz, Google how old Briar is.
Oh,
I
I'm going in ages.
believe the devs came out and talked about it, and they were like, she's like young college age or something. So
Oh, she's fine.
There we go.
Then she's fine.
I just went into ages for all champions, honestly.
but no, it's still just the.
Let me say this.
don't know.
Think
weird.
about the first person you diddled while in college.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Think about the first person. Think about all the fucking horrible things that went on there. Now think about Briar.
No, why are you doing this?
Because she's a college age champion.
No, dude. Okay.
So whatever you did to some random college girl, it's okay to do to Briar.
No, dude, no. My issue is, so I don't know. Do you know who Dinka K is?
No.
Okay, so she's a girl who does a ton of like League of Legends lore stuff. She's one of
Okay.
like the online lore masters up there with like Necrit and these other guys who like delve deep into the character story
Okay.
and stuff. She is also hornier than you. Like, she goes in on all of the possible sexual stuff for all the different characters and stuff in all this different stuff. And she was the one who I first saw be like, yeah, this feels kind of weird with the champion. Like, I don't know how old this champion is. This feels kind of weird. And I'm like, okay, she is lore master plus like horny expert. If she's saying this, I'm like, this is a trusted source of information here where I'm like, I feel like my take is validated.
Sounds like she's jealous her feet aren't as pretty.
Oh my God.
That's where I'm going around. That's what I'm talking
saying.
about. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's the good news. Good news is it seems like we're all aboard that Briar is of age and is completely ordinary and fine.
Okay, well, I hope so. But
Yes.
that when I first saw the champion splash art,
Yeah.
When I first saw the splash art, I thought the champion looked like she was 14 or 15. That's why the whole thing felt skeevy to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
fair. And here's the thing: you were a little when you started saying that Kaisa looked like she's a woman and all. It's like, oh, you don't know anime characters.
Yeah, I don't.
Absolutely
You don't-
not.
The moment you said that, I was like, never make assumptions, because when you make an assumption about an anime character that looks like they're probably 30, they're probably just like 15 years old.
Dude, see, that's honestly one of the things that always made me like not want to get into any anime communities is how weird motherfuckers are. The weirdest one always being yeah, bro, I know she looks like she's a kid, but she's actually 1,000 years old. I'm like, no, straight to the fucking gulag with you. Into the hole, cover it up.
Yep.
Maybe pull you out in a month and see if you are better. Like,
So I just pulled up Briar splash art.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is important because I've only seen the feet as of this point.
Okay.
She's a fucking adult. She's a grown ass woman.
There it is.
Let me tell you the fucking difference between a grown ass League of Legends champion and a child League of Legends champion. Literally Zoe and Annie.
Yeah.
Those are children. They're literally this big. They've got like the, I'm holding a bear, or I'm throwing fucking stars. Briar's just out there going, grippers.
Dude,
Yep.
Zoe and Annie look like they're 8. Briar, to me, in that splash art, looked like she was 14 or 15. That's all still hell no.
And at least for me, when it first came out, I didn't assume that she was young. I thought she was a grown-ass woman. But the first topic was instantly feet, because she got leaked, right? At least
The splash art leaked.
The
Yeah.
splash art
Splash art
feet.
was what leaked.
So the splash art got leaked, so everybody was immediately eye-goggling the fucking feet.
Yeah.
And then there was another splash art that came out that people were really afraid about because she had shoes. Like they put shoes on
No.
her. So people were fearful. They're like, no, Riot, stop. You're fucking this up for us.
Dude, her attacks are also because she's in the shackle thing.
Yeah.
Except unless she uses like one of her abilities. But so many of her attacks are like kicks and stuff. I don't know if you saw the character animations in like the champion preview thing that they did. One of her animations, she literally like slides down, lays on the ground, and kicks up.
Good.
Like it's just the character to me seems very sexualized.
All I'm saying is, everyone keeps saying League of Legends is dying. This is the first huge League of Legends topic that I've seen in a very long time.
There it is. Look,
good.
it was successful for fighting games, and we had that conversation.
Yup.
It's going to be successful for League of Legends.
Yup.
How's your ChunLi mousepad, man?
Don't look at me like that.
Hey, Raz.
Don't look at me
Are
like
you
that.
still enjoying that ChunLi mousepad that I gave you?
Someone's enjoying it.
Raz gave away the present.
Wait,
that I
did you give
spent-
it away?
Yes.
That I spent hours in line for in a sea of sweaty and smelly weebs.
Where'd you
Purchasing a
give it
mousepad.
away to?
A friend came over and was quite excited about it when I showed it to him, so I gave it to him.
Oh no, bro! I guarantee you that shit is crusty by now.
Oh my god!
If the dude walks in and is just immediately, visibly, and physically excited about, oh my god, is that a naked ChunLi
Oh my
mousepad?
god! I'm taking this home.
Where's your art portrait?
In the closet?
Is that where you spend your time?
No, it's full of stuff. You can't even.
Oh, what kind of
What kind of
stuff?
stuff?
Socks and
Socks!
traveling things,
You use socks in there?
old
All right.
Okay.
It's kind of basic, but
jackets.
yeah, you're jacking something in there.
Oh, you're jacking with socks. That's what you're jacking with. This is amazing.
No. Next.
Try to respond now. Try to respond
Next.
now.
So Mr. Beast is in hot water right now.
Yeah, I saw that. Fucking.
Yeah. So Raz, did you hear about the Creator League and everything?
So I didn't when you guys initially talked about it, but I know about the one drama he did with the whole everyone is representing a country. I knew that
No,
until he got
no,
shit
no,
on.
that's-
Oh no, that's long.
old
That's
news.
long.
Okay,
ago. That's
well,
long
I'm
ago.
an old man. My bad.
This is a thing where he was starting a new thing and he was getting a bunch of like big name creators and they would like.
Okay, that's incorrect. I'm gonna cut.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. I saw big name creators get pissed off at it.
okay,
so.
we're all in the under a rock.
Yeah, so basically there was this big mystery thing that was being teased by a bunch of different creators to be announced on the 2nd, which was I think like Friday or something, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Beast had the teaser, Dog VA had the teaser, OTK, like to name a few. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, boom, this thing. Creator League.
Yeah.
Creators League was announced. Creators League is essentially this tournament league that is run kind of like by the creators for their fan bases, and think of it like esports style. So you can
I heard it was
sign
like Twitch
up.
Rivals type of.
It is
style.
very much like Twitch
That's
Rivals.
okay.
So you can like sign up if you're a fan of Mr. Beast. And so Mr. Beast will randomly choose like 6 people from the 6 million that signed up to go play Fall Guys or something, right? And so the idea behind it was really cool. Everyone was super excited. All of the creators were in there and they wanted to find a way to support them. The first kind of red flag was there was like a viewership pass that you had to pay for. And it was like 10 or 20 bucks or something. And that was like, okay, at first it's like, great, this is going directly to my creator. This is how I'm going to sponsor them, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a sub.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, right? Imagine if Twitch Rivals charged you $10 to have like a special viewing of like the stream or something,
Yeah.
right? Gave you extra goodies and bonuses. That would be all fine, but They later found out that like these tickets that you would purchase would be a part of blockchain.
It's a fucking monkey JPEG circus, man.
Fucking
And those tickets would essentially be like minted. I don't understand NFT stuff. I will be the dumb fucking bitch that doesn't understand it. But it's like the tickets themselves would be minted into some sort of NFT blockchain shit. And where they started getting in hot water was they're like trying to incentivize people to buy more than one ticket, right?
Yeah.
So the first person that I saw come out against this was CDawg. I fucking love his anime content. Love him, right?
He's amazing.
And he starts saying like, hey, I did not know this was never brought up.
Yeah.
Like, how hard I am against any type of NFT or blockchain type stuff. I didn't know. I'm going to find out if I could get out of this. Please don't support this anymore. Yeah. It's like, great. And his audience was behind him. It was half and half of his audience going like, yeah. And then the other half of his audience going, well, actually NFTs are quite, interesting. It's the future.
Yeah.
Whatever. He said that, and then OTK, I think it was like Asmongold and another person started going like, what the fuck was this? Mr. B starts coming under, I think, like more flack than everyone else because he had, I think, like a bigger sponsorship or some sort of a bigger deal with them. Mm-hmm. And so this company is called eFuse, right? eFuse had been putting on, I think, a couple other events, and I think for Mr. B specifically, which is why his involvement is now like more flammable. But this shit is crazy because I thought it was a really good idea when I first heard about it. I'm like, great, put the Twitch Rivals power in the creator's hands rather than like Twitch or YouTube or something like that. But it was NFT the whole time.
That's so sad because the idea of picking people who represent you in like that game show is actually a really fun way of honestly setting someone else up for success. If they were like a smaller streamer or a fan that wanted to do something and you make somebody's like, oh, actually a really entertaining person, then you can propel them, honestly. And just hearing those names like CDawg and everything, I love his work and content, and I always enjoy the collaboration with those events. And then you have to fucking stuff NFTs in there? What the hell? Or at least just let people know. How are we trying to hide this shit? At this day and age?
That's the problem. So the guys that come out and defend this stuff, the guys that have like the NFT profile pictures and their blue checks on Twitter, so Daddy Elon pats them on the head. Yeah. Like these guys always come out and they're like, "Oh, you're so behind. Like you can't hate the technology. Technology's not evil. It's just code." Like I'm pulling these bits straight from CDawg's replies from the people who were mad at him, and it's like the thing is, people don't hate code. People like I don't hate the technology. It's just every single instance that I've ever seen implemented of it in its entirety is evil and greedy. Like the nature of all of this stuff, back when I first heard about it, everybody kept using the descriptor artificial scarcity. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna go full in here and say artificial scarcity by design is an evil concept. Mm-hmm. Human progression by nature has been through the advance of technology, society, civilization, and everything else to remove scarcity of things so that society and humanity as a whole and as a species can succeed. When you are just making shit artificially scarce so that everybody has to get in the monkey knife fight over it, you're literally just doing this to scam profit. I have never seen anything, blockchain, NFT, etc., that is not just the end goal is to scam. Mm-hmm. There's always the end of to scam. And so whenever guys come out and they're like, oh, well, you shouldn't hate it, bro. The technology has a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential to scam. And I've never seen anybody have a lower bottom line than scam. You can put like community build, make it so it's easier to sign up or whatever with these tickets, all these other things, all of these layers, they will all be stacked on the foundation of scam. Yeah. And that's where I'm just like, fuck it.
I'm going to hit you with something controversial. Are you ready for this?
What do you got? I'm ready.
You ready for this? A lot.
Thresh is ready. Thresh is ready. Up. He's ready for the sauce.
Thresh, you guys can't see it because Thresh is on the ground, but I said, are you ready for this? And he gets up, he goes, yes, Mom, I am ready.
The ears are both perked and pointed.
Well, one of his ears is kind of broken because he had surgery.
He's doing his best.
It's never going to be pointed anymore, but he's doing his best. Okay. So NFTs is something that a lot of people are always heavily behind. Mm-hmm. Last year, or maybe it was earlier this year, the other big topic on across the internet was gambling. Gambling sites, gambling sponsors were also something that were very negative, right?
Kick.com, baby.
Kick.com. If esports opens up gambling sponsors, removes the rules and restrictions, are you for or against gambling sponsors?
It's a tough one because inherently I will start by saying I'm not against it. Capitalistic society. A lot of the times, if there's a demand for it, usually, and as long as you inform your audience pretty heavily, hey, this is an 18+ stream. This is what we're doing, and just let people know. And as long as the website has a pretty clear way of blocking people out, obviously, I was a kid. You get through that shit pretty easily. It's very easy to get through, but you're doing your best to kind of inform them that I'm okay with it. That being said, it really depends on the game's target demographic. There are some games where I'm like, okay, like League of Legends, where if the demographic is, there's a difference between target and actual demographic. If our demographic is like fucking 30 years old, then just do it, man. Like, you're old enough for the most part. As long as we're giving the caveat to fans and the information, I'm okay with it. But it's tough. I see both sides. I'm with it. Okay, you can do it. I'm all right with it.
I like what you said about the target demographic, because that's kind of the thing that plays most into it for me.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, some people are going to be more predisposed to like gambling abuse, gambling addiction, something like that than others are. You can't always account for that.
Yeah.
But in general, the more mature you are, the older you are, the more capable you are of making a conscious decision. Hey, maybe I shouldn't spend my entire life savings gambling on Fnatic.
Yeah.
Right? But that's, I'm just saying, I trust like a grown ass adult to be able to make that decision more than a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So if I see a game that's like, some of this mobile gotcha crap that's just like, it's full of cute characters and happy-go-lucky shit, and it's just like, hey, you can roll 200 packs and you just might get this cool anime character. I'm like, no, bad, stop. You are specifically trying to manipulate children into stealing their parents' credit cards.
Yep.
But if it's like adults, whatever, dude. If people want to gamble, let them gamble, but you need to make sure that it's not specifically, again, targeted towards scamming as your bottom line.
100%. And I just think as a small thing too, is that we've already kind of opened the door to, it's more of a gateway to other addictions as well, because there's also alcohol sponsors, which I'm fine with as long as you, once again, inform your audience and you know what your demographic is. And I remember the LCS actually had like the Bud Light League Lounge, but we sent them over to that stream. And I remember that actually, true. And that stream also had a pretty clear indicator of like, if you're 18+, then you get to watch it. If you're not, then you can't. Obviously, very easy to get past that. But if you out yourself as being younger, then you just completely get giga banned on Twitch. So
I'm glad that you brought that up, because to give my viewpoint of it, I specified esports specifically. Mm-hmm. I said esports specifically, because my take is that esports and esports organizations no longer have the luxury of being picky and choosy with their sponsors. Mm-hmm. We're seeing like the flood of sponsors leave the scene. We're seeing a lot of the VC money start to dry up because, these orgs have promised just essentially lies in terms of return investment of like viewership on their content.
Yeah.
When you see, like 1 to 2K per video view on something that they spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on, or like our team is going to win worlds, and then they crap out in like the play-in stage, right? So there's all of this like fail to deliver, fail to deliver, fail to deliver. All of them are gone now.
Yeah.
As they were pulling out, we saw the crypto people start to come in. We saw FTX with TSM saying like, we're going to give you $1 billion. And it wasn't just with like esports too. When the crypto scam came in, they hit like other big sports stuff too. We had the crypto arena.
Yeah.
Crypto is like dead and gone now, right? So now there's less sponsors. There's no VC money. The crypto's gone. Gambling sponsors are kind of like the one big thing that's potentially left for esports.
Yeah.
We're seeing so many esports orgs start to go under because they don't have the funding. We saw Sentinels try to go, hey, we're going to do community funding. And then the article comes out that they've got maybe like a couple months left to operate if they don't find funding, right?
Yeah.
I feel like esports orgs at this point kind of need the gambling restriction to be lifted in some capacity just so they could take that funding.
Go on.
I'm just going to say, I feel like if you were okay taking crypto and NFT money, you should be totally fine taking gambling money. I actually see gambling as the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah.
Like,
there's one exception I would make, and that's just slots. I think everything else, like sports betting, completely fine with that. Like poker, blackjack, all that good shit. It's all fine by me. Slots are the only ones where it's like, even when you're informing people, you're still kind of introducing it. And that's the one where I'm like, that one I feel a little iffy on. And if someone comes in with the debate of like, no, I don't fucking like websites that are promoting slots and specifically slots, then I easily crumble on that debate because I'm like, I just agree with you on that.
Okay.
That one I think is extremely addictive, and also no matter how much you inform it, is just inherently evil. And some governments are actually pretty good about like giving you the odds, but like others not so much. So like that one's a tough one. But in general, I think I agree with you. I think gambling, sports betting for sure, I think is like a good middleman.
I think it's interesting that you bring up slots just personally because when I go into a casino, slots are the one thing I stay away from because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to win.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win. They also did this thing on the casino floor where it says like $1 to play. So you put in $1 and it's
Yeah.
like, well, no. It's actually $5 to bet once. And I'm like,
Yep.
what? So
But-
slots just as a whole are.
But that's the thing. We come into it because I agree with you. When I go into Vegas, I'm like, I'm not fucking playing slots unless I'm watching a motherfuckers play slots like my own friends.
Casino zombies.
Exactly. Then that's fun to watch. And as long as everybody knows where the line is. But the one thing that's really sleazy about slots streams, as an example, is they just fucking rig it so the person wins the major amount of money. So like that one's the hardest one, because usually you want to set the expectation. No, you're fucking losing. You're gonna lose. You're not coming out of this with money. And then when you do win, you run with it. But in general, slot streams are just aggressive with like, yeah, look at this guy. This motherfucker just won another mill. Like this could be you. In fact, he has a code underneath it that's free, like $20 that you can throw in there that gets you through the door. That's the one where I'm like, fuck off. But everything else I'm fine with.
So what I'm hearing
Yeah.
is that everyone on this couch would agree that if you are a gambling sponsor, Caster's Couch
This
is
was the
very
angle.
open for you to essentially purchase. That's right. We'll sell out. We have no value of our souls, our morals, ethics,
Pull the
or
lever and
beliefs.
give us money.
Pull that lever and start dumping cash down on us. Thank you for watching another episode of Caster's Couch. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. What should they comment, Flowers?
Comment your favorite thing to line up 3 of in the slots. I like the
feet.
cherries.
I like the feet. The feet and
I
feet.
like the dick. Bye.
Do they have boobies?
I don't think they do have boobies. They have cherries though.
They might have peaches.
Pete.
The peach.